What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation. What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be talking about Superman 2025 and what I think about the discourse over the suits, the film in general, James Gunn in general. We're going to talk about that because I'm tired of it. Honestly, I am tired of it. I'm tired of it. And yes, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But what happens when those opinions don't make any type of legitimate sense? Which a lot of these do not. They don't make sense. At least not to me. If they make sense to you, that's fine. This video isn't to change anybody's mind about anything. This is just my 2 cents on the whole thing. But before we get into that, if you are new here, please like this video, share it around, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. You know, it'd be fun to have you here. I have a live stream every Tuesday, and we have some fun there. It can get a little wild and crazy, but that's normally Taj's fault 99% of the time. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this thing. Now, over the past few weeks, we have gotten a lot of set photos. I've learned to never just judge something by the way it looks. Never judge a book by its cover. We all know set photos can be misleading. Set photos they're never what the final product is gonna look like at all. But I also know that my eyes won't deceive me. Like, if I could find the other images that show the logo on the front of some of these suits, we know that Mr. Terrific was seen in his suit, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's comic book accurate. It looks great. Eddie Gathegi is going to, get his redemption for what they did to him in X-Men. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's funny. They did him bogus in that movie, I will not lie. But guys, they're all wearing relatively the same suit. This is a take on the Terrifics and or Justice League International, a little mixture with it. I know with the Terrifics in the comics, in that comic book run, it wasn't Guy Gardner and it wasn't Kendra Saunders. It was Phantom Girl and Plastic Man, I believe. They were a part of the team, but it was also Mr. Terrific, of course, and Metamorpho. So it seems like they swapped those two characters out. But yes, I mean, the color schemes, the jacket theme, that's what they wore. And this time around, the suits have Lord Tech. They have the Lord Tech logo that some people say kind of looks like a JL for a Justice League. But of course, they work for him. They're going to they're going to wear the corporate uniform. It's a uniform. What job has a uniform that you like? I wholeheartedly believe at the end of this movie, Superman will convince them, why are you working for Maxwell Lord? That's like work for the government. Maxwell Lord is a dick. Maxwell Lord is evil. He might reveal his secret plans, and I'm convinced, I know that outside of Mr. Terrific, who probably will, just keep wearing what he's wearing because that's his suit, they will put on their more traditional garb. But for right now, I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's all leather. It's all leather. It's a motorcycle jacket. It's CW. I wish that would stop being your go-to. That's dumb to say it's CW after the CW has given us some of the best live action costumes. Batwoman, Brandon Routh's Superman, Tyler Hoechlin's Superman suit from Superman and Lois, all three iterations of it. I mean, come on, the Flash's suit starting with Crisis, like the comic accurate suit. They finally gave us the gold boots. Like I said, Batwoman suit. It was no more jackets from 2019 on up. Stephen Amell's final Green Arrow suit was freaking amazing. Like, let's be serious, guys. Let's be serious. These don't, maybe pre-CW when everybody did wear jackets, yeah. But even those suits weren't terrible. And before you guys say anything, oh, he's just a CW shill. That's a CW. No, because again, if anybody knows me, they know I hated a lot of the stuff the CW did. A lot of the decisions, a lot of the writing decisions, a lot of what they did with the characters didn't sit right with me at times. The same way a lot of the stuff Snyder did A lot of stuff that they did with the DCEU and a lot of the Nolan stuff, that didn't sit right with me. A lot of the stuff that they do in the MCU doesn't sit right with me. A lot of the stuff that they do with a lot of these comic book properties does not sit right with me because I personally love the characters. I love the characters. I'm not beholden. I'm not that attached to a certain iteration of the character. You know, the Snyderverse, David Ayer Suicide Squad. Some of that stuff in those films were cool. The extended editions, the ultimate editions, whatever you want to call them, the ultimate editions of some of those earlier films were better than what we got theatrically. But did I still like a lot of the stuff in it? No. But did I hate it outright? No. The same goes for James Gunn. Like, the same goes for the Gunverse, if you want to call it, the DCU. The same goes for that. Do I care about Creature Commandos? No. Not at all. Not like literally not at all. Do I care for the Waller show? No, not at all. Am I going to outright hate it? No. Like, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Could the Green Lantern suit use a little more green? Yes. But do I understand why it's like this? Yes. People mumble, moan, and complain. Oh, the suit looks too thick. Oh, my God. You can't see his muscle. Oh, this is the smallest Superman we ever had. Oh, my God. Oh, yada, yada, yada. Shut up. Like, it's the one thing about the Snyderverse that spoiled us. They don't look like that without the suits on. And you would think that a lot of you would get that. Ben Affleck's a muscular dude. But when he was in the bat suit, it's a drastic size change between when he's in the suit and when he's out the suit. Same thing for Henry Cavill. Same thing for Jason freaking Momoa. Think about it this way. You guys didn't complain when The Flash, when Ezra Miller was in both of his suits, and he didn't look like he was ripped straight out the comic book. And what I mean by that, I don't mean the actual costume. I mean the muscles. Because Barry Allen, Wally West, etc., the male Flashes are extremely ripped in the comic books. But another thing, you guys don't complain in the MCU when they aren't extremely ripped like they are in the comics. Like Chris Evans, yes, outside the suit, the man is well built. The man is well built. But in the suit, he's not breaking out at the seams, if you get what I mean. The one exception for that would even be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's ripped. But even they still put padding in people's suits, guys. Like, seriously. And do I have a problem with the way that David's suit fits him? No. Tyler's suit fit him like that. Y'all complain that Tyler's suit was too small. And then when they did do the padding, they overdid it. And you're like, no, pull it out. And that was just perfect. But we know Tyler is built. Another Superman that wasn't overly ripped in their suits, Brandon Routh. Christopher Reeve. Even though I do not want to say this man's name, Dean Cain. Nolanverse Batman, not overly ripped. Matt Reeves Batman, not overly ripped. But we know that they worked out. We know that they bulked up. So please throw that. Y'all can miss me with that notion of, oh, David's too small. It's just the way the suit fits him. We don't want to overly pad it. And again, Henry Cavill had padding. And again, you don't have a problem when it's the MCU. Don't have a problem when it's the boys. Anthony Starr does not look exactly like Homelander was in the comics. He's not overly ripped, bro. Now, when we got the first look at the costume, was it perfect? No. Not by a long shot. Because I don't understand why we got our first look at the Superman suit and it was battle damaged and he was sitting down. That was poor judgment. That was a terrible decision on James Gunn's part. But did I outright hate the suit? No. Still don't. They even made minor alterations to the part that I do not like, which is the collar. I wish he didn't have the raised collar at all. But am I mad at the trunks? No, that's a huge part of Superman. This whole suit reminds me of one of my favorite Superman cartoons, and that's My Adventures with Superman. Like, I love the anime inspired take on that show. Like, and this suit reminds me of that. Like, even the way people making fun of the way David's hair is done when he's Clark Kent, That's not a wig genius's. That's just his natural hair texture. And finally, we have a Clark Kent after so long whose human disguise is actually going to disguise him now. And again, I'm not hating on anybody. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. I cannot take that from you, but let your opinions, let what you think make sense. Bring it. Don't bring it from a place of malice because you're mad about a decision that was made, guys. When Andrew Garfield, I'll bring it to Marvel. When Andrew Garfield was basically fired as Spider-Man, was I upset? Yes. But did I immediately hop on the hate train for Tom Holland? No. Tom Holland is excellent. He's wonderful. Do I like everything they did with Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man? No. Did they technically make him Iron Boy Jr.? Yes. But did I immediately just hate every single one of his films? No, because he did an excellent job with what he was given. Like I see a lot of people telling me, "Oh my God, what's Batman gonna look like?" Like, think logically, bro. You think they're gonna make Bruce Wayne, Batman, work for Maxwell Lord where he has to wear that type of suit? Batman's not that type of character to fall in line like that. And that's and again, this is just my opinion, but I don't think Batman would do that. Especially since we're gonna have the legit whole Bat family. I think this whole little thing is gonna be resolved in between Waller, Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, and the Superman film. This whole thing with Maxwell Lord, yes, he will be an overarching figure as the DCU continues to go on, but him having his own corporate team, the Terrifics / Justice League International, whatever you want to call it, I think that will work itself out. You know, I think that'll work itself out as time goes on. And yes, they will get the more traditional costumes. Special effects, streamlining suits goes a long way. I remember seeing Chadwick Boseman's first Black Panther costume for Civil War, and it was a little bit big. Now, did they go a little bit overboard when it came to the Black Panther solo film with the CGI suits and all of that? Yes. Yes, they did. They went a little bit overboard. But I just want to get to a point where us as DC fans, us as Marvel fans, us as comic book fans as a whole can literally just come together and just enjoy stuff. Was the Snyderverse, the DCEU, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, were those films flawed? Yes. Did they have high points? Yes. And I can say that. Was I just an avid Snyder fan? No. But I didn't hate everything he did. I'm not going to do that because Snyder had his vision. This is James Gunn's vision. Why are we trying to dog out one to lift up the other? They're friends. Like, seriously, why do we feel the need to tear each other down just because of our taste? And I'm saying we because I've been guilty of it too. Because I get frustrated when I see all this stuff on social media. It's irritating. I'm just saying, let's just wait for a final product before we compare and contrast as drastically as we are. Like, it's crazy. Like, just wait till you see Superman next year, guys. We don't have to hate on it just because a corporation, a film studio made a corporate decision, an executive decision, I should say, just to switch directors out. No, you don't have to like everything, like I said, but I'm not just gonna hate it just to hate it. It's weird behavior. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, I'm really excited. Like I said, we've had several different universes over the past few years. The Arrowverse, the Nolanverse, if you want to call it that. And then you got the Snyderverse, then, you know, everything with the DCU. We've had all of these DC changes, these DC shifts. You got stuff like what they did over on Max with Titans and Doom Patrol. And, you know, you got Dead Boy Detectives and all of that stuff. Like, I haven't watched Dead Boy Detectives. Was that my cup of tea? No. But I like what they did with them on Doom Patrol. But I didn't watch that. Did I go and hate on it just because it was something that I didn't agree with? No. Why? Because it's weird behavior. Give the suits a chance once you see them thoroughly fleshed out. Yes. Yes, the Green Lantern suit is not something I expected. It's not something I expected. Neither was Hawkgirl's costume. But that was a surprise to me because now I'm formulating something from the story in my mind that I think will happen. A lot of people think it will happen because they do, again, have Maxwell Lord's logo on their chest. Are they the best? No. But, I mean, guys, they could be way worse. They could be way worse. Let's just wait till the final product. Let's wait for the final product and see what happens from there, guys. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking. Like, why be negative 24/7? That negativity isn't going to bring anything back. That negativity isn't going to bring Zack Snyder back. That would set DC back. And honestly, like I said on social media earlier this week, even if James Gunn did decide to keep Henry, it was still going to be James's story. So he would have still gave him this suit because he wants a more hopeful, a more, as bright hero. Everybody's talking about, oh, James Gunn is terrible. James Gunn is this, James Gunn is that. Let's not forget this man, okay, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 wasn't that good, but Guardians 3, nobody can deny that film was freaking amazing. Nobody knew who the Guardians were before James Gunn brought that team to life. The Scooby-Doo movies, they were great. James Gunn has some hits under his belt, and he's a comic book fan. He's an avid comic book fan, and I trust him the same way I trusted Zach. He had what he wanted to do. James Gunn had what he wants to do. Like, seriously, we're comic book fans. This comic book medium, it changes, and that's okay. The films should change just like the actual source material does. But, I mean, let me know what you think. Like I said, do I love all the suits? No. But do I hate them? No. Mr. Terrific suit? Spot on. The Superman suit, I'd make a few alterations, but I don't hate it. Hawk Girl, of course, I can't wait to see her with the wings. And then the mace, I loved seeing the mace. The color scheme could just closely follow her actual color scheme from the comics. And same thing with Guy Gardner. I'm just happy we got Guy Gardner, and it's Nathan Fillion. Nathan is a freaking comic genius to me. And we know we're going to get more comic accurate Green Lantern suits when the Lantern show comes out. And then, like I said, at the end of this movie, myself, along with a whole lot of others over here on YouTube and social media as a whole, we're all believing that at the end of this film, they're going to have their comic book accurate suits and not be beholden to Maxwell Lord, who is their boss. He's not going to be their boss for good. I think this is just a thing for this film. I'm trusting the process. Guys. I'm not going to judge a film just solely based off the set photos. Like I said, if you are new here, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow for more, and become a channel member if you want to. If you're joining us on the podcast this week, I'll see you Tuesday. Check you guys later.